Sure. All right, this is going to be an interview for radio. We've been, for the last year and over a year, we've been playing a lot of reggae.
What?
And a lot of people have been starting to listen. This is upstate in Binghamton. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people want to know more about it.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and do some shows. We've done a lot in the past, but we're going to try and do some more next year.
Yeah.
Over this coming few months, trying to tell people like where, what's going on in reggae. True. And because a lot of people still need to learn a lot. They don't know.
I know that. I am here to let them know what's going on.
Okay. So a lot of the questions I'm asking, a lot of people might not know. Mm-hmm. All right. You've just, in the last year and a half, you started a career as a solo artist, and you've left the Wailers, being a founder and one of the original members of the Wailers. Why did you start a career as a solo artist?
Well, the direct reason why I did that, start as a solo artist, I find myself getting inspiration through the divine inspirator, who is Jah, see, Rastafari, and he's the divine inspirator. Well, I get a whole lot of inspirations, and each inspiration is a song, see, and when I make a song, for years I've been making songs, and it seems true. Well, Bob is the leader of the group then, and he would but I don't know, maybe, I don't know what's going on within him, but he'd just like to make his tune and sing his song, see? And I make tunes, but for the years that I've been singing, but just through I love music, and I love harmony, see, that keeping the background harmony, and we've been doing that for years, and we know it well, me and Bonnie, see, and we know it quite well. So we just find ourselves love the harmony, that we just keep on doing harmony in a scene. But it comes a stage that, it reaches a stage that getting inspiration now, and when you get the inspiration you make a nice sound and check a stop. It comes like the inspirations are being wasted, because just so we just involve in harmony and just pure harmony, it coming like, well, we just get an idea, sing it, and it sounds nice today, and we mention so well. I may make mention so well, alright, well, like record this tune, and we check a stop. The tune is not recorded. It is only said that well, we must do it a couple of weeks, or maybe next week we'll do it, and it just go on that the tune is not recorded. And I make many tunes and just go by the same way, because harmony is my thing, and it just appears as if, well, it's just harmony I must sing, but I get inspiration and I have to put it, I have to manifest the works of my inspiration, you see. Well, I find my inspiration is very valuable and it's a message to the people. And if I get inspiration which is message to the people, I don't mean one people, see, the whole world, irrespective of what category of person you are, see, my message is to you, and just learn what's going on. And when I get them inspiration, they come like, I don't pay it no mind. It's not a matter of I don't pay it no mind, but it's, well, Bob is the leader, and he doesn't want no one to come before him doing a next lead, according to my point of view. And we were singing together, building a foundation of a Trinity, see, 3 in 1. And all the years we've been doing that. To me, it appears as if it was one, but after it reached these stages now, I say that it wasn't a trinity of one. It was just an individualization. And ever since we begin to record with Island Record, see, from record the first 2 LPs, I start to recognize that. And I say, well, right now is the time for me to manifest my works, because I have written many songs the years and the years gone by, and just all I do is keep them up here and have the ideas here. And
there's been Tosh, compositions on early Wailers albums too. Right?
Yes, man, many man, and all the tunes many of the tunes that hear Bob write, I do the arrangement and I help him write some, but just to get an individual recognition, it's just said that Bob write all the tunes, and I've been writing for the years, all the 14 or the 12 or how much years gone by. I was writing and arranging harmony and all them things. I'm going to do arrangement for harmony because Bob don't sing harmony. You can't sing harmony. Just sing lead. Well, I sing lead and harmony. And when I am singing harmony, you couldn't believe that is me just don't sing the lead, you know, see? Yeah, man.
So you wanted to create, like, get your message across as well as just Bob's message?
Yes, man. Yeah, man. Just that.
Is the same thing with Bunny? Did he leave for reasons like that, or?
Well, that is one of the reasons. There are many other reasons too. There are, too much exploitation and too much hard work after going into studio, getting inspiration and putting them together, manifest it as a song and put it to the people. That is a whole heap of work, and after you don't do that, you have to go back and tour on the whole earth. And the years of touring is just singing from Hungry Belly and them kind of thing. As I done the one tour tonight, as I come in and sleep about 2 hours, here a guy come knock and wake you up, so well, we have the next tour to go up on today, and we doing them thing. My inspiration is just go in a studio, make music and sing them.
Let the people hear it.
And let the people hear it. And have someone to promote it that the people can hear it internationally, you see. But all the thing I go on, but everything was just say, it worked mysterious things, wonders to perform, see. And I like the way it worked out, irrespective of the humiliation, because the next prophecy say, after humiliation is honor, power and majesty. And me just watch the manifestations of those things, because every day me get inspiration to write some exclusive tune where it's tunes that the world will have to listen to. Me don't mean only black people, everyone who is oppressed, see.
Right. And there was, when you toured England with the Wailers, I think 2 years ago, there were rumors or stories about problems, and was that some of the reason that you left the Wailers after that?
Well, all kind of things. I mean, we had too much problems, man. That was one of the problems. And the problem was, again, getting inspiration and not getting the opportunity to expound them, see?
Right.
And, some couldn't keep that, because it come like, every time you get an inspiration, if you don't get the opportunity to put it out, man, it stay here and get stagnated, see? And if your manifestation come that you can manifest that work, and when you manifest the work, it is up to the standard of what's going on right now. It is up to the tempo of the music that you're dancing to right now, because remember, the tunes that I tell you that I write is tunes from years back, and it is recorded now, and it is dancing to now in the music of now, see? Well, that is the thing we have to learn to do, keep a music here in your computer and just,
That's why you want to get that new album out so fast?
Yes, man.
Because you have a lot of more.
Yes, man, whole heap more, and every day I can make more than tunes where I can count a day.
Because I saw on the album that all the songs, they said 1975, but they must have been written before then.
Yes,
you
man.
Just dated them.
Yes, man.
Oh, okay, I was confused about that. So it's a lot of new material then that you can't wait to get out.
Man. Exclusive too. I like to hear some of them, but I don't have them here right now.
And do you still consider yourself a Wailer at all?
Yes, man. I mean, I was and is and will forever be. Yeah, man.
All right. So you now have an American LP.
Yeah, man. It's not American LP. It's a world LP.
No. And you're really looking forward to, because do you look forward to other countries, like your music going out of Jamaica and going into America, going into England, going all over the world?
Yes, man. Even where people speak French, Greek, Latin, or Turkish, or any other language, see, because it must be interpreted. It can be interpreted because in any language there are someone who can interpret English to what they speak, see. So, because I legalized it, a girl from France told me that it is being played on the radio there.
It's been played here already.
Oh, and she said, I may ask her, what's the interpretation for legalize it? And she said, legaliser in French.
So, in other words, you really do look forward to reaching as many people, going into American companies.
Yes, man. International. Millions. You know, see, that I deal with. And I'm doing for 500,000, 50,000. Millions of people, because the world consists of millions. You see.
Now, I'm not a Rastafarian, and there are a lot of people. Most people
don't have to be a Rastafarian to be constructive in your mind and your thinking and your thought. See.
So you think your message can go across to people who, at this point, don't know anything about Jah or anything?
Yes, hold on, wait. Listen, man. Jah said he came not to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance. See. And I am the son of Jah, who get the message of Jah to take it to the people. You know, see. So it's just it. Here is whosoever will must come.
Right. In Jamaica, Legalize It was banned from the radio.
Yeah.
And you gave a concert where you said they can't ban it here.
See.
And in America, I was just told on WNEW-FM in New York, which is for a lot of people the big radio station for that type of music, where that song was going to be played, just banned it. How do you feel about that? And do you feel similar to Jamaica, or is it a completely different situation?
Well, the more time they ban this tune, man, is the more people will want to hear it and want to know what's going on, why it's being banned. Because it's the truth always cause offense. But unto he who is offended, woe be unto him, see, because man smoke herb. If you take up that pocket, reach a pack of cigarette there for me. You have a pack of cigarette there?
No.
No. Well, if you know what I'm right on the pack of cigarettes said?
Surgeon General?
Yeah. You remember what he said? Warning, cigarette smoking is a dangerous hazard to your health. See? So, if there is negativity, there is positivity. And herb cigarette smoking is negativity. Herb smoking is positivity, because there was something to smoke. But because the devil came to deceive the earth, he came to tell them that smoking cigarette is healthy. See? And smoking cigarette is the way to death. See? And I don't deal with death, I deal with life. Continual.
A lot of people don't know about Rastafarianism and how
Rastafarian is not ism.
Rastafarian.
Because ism is schism, and all those schism has been colonials and imperialism and all kind of schism, and those wasn't righteousness. So we don't call the philosophy of Rastafari isms. See, it's just Rastafari.
Good.
See.
All right. So the philosophies of Rastafari, a lot of people aren't familiar with it, and they don't know how herb fits in, or maybe dreadlocks fit in. Maybe you could just give a little on that, so people can understand. Maybe like where you're coming from for Legalize It might be different than where they're coming from when they legalize it and they get into it and they think it has a lot to say. Do you think we're coming from two different places, maybe, or
to say legalize it? Well, as long as you say legalize it, man, and you know what you're saying, and you know what you mean, they must legalize. Well, we are coming from one point, irrespective of, as I say, irrespective of color or creed. That has nothing to do with man freedom of movement and freedom of speech, because it is righteous for a man to smoke herb. Jah watereth the hills from his chambers, and the earth is satisfied. He maketh the grass to grow for animals, see, and the cattle. And he made herb for the use of man, and it is written down, see. And it's no need you're going to go around and come round.
right?
Because anytime you go around and come round, you're going to come back to that same point, see. So what goes around must comes around. And you have to just face the facts, because the facts will be still standing there, and you're going to go around and come around, and the fact is still there. And until you face the facts, it won't be removed, see. So herb must be legalized, man, because it's the healing of the nation. It was written down by the Creator who created man, and he that fighteth against herb shall go underneath the root of herb, see, and be fertilizer. for the herb.
Right on. Are you going to fight any of the resistance the radio stations might put up to legalize it? If WNEW continues not to play it, are you going to try and fight it? Or either the Columbia, the record company, or are you going to get involved in a fight?
Well, if it's a fight, let's fight, but it's what kind of fight? If it's a physical fight or a spiritual fight? You see? Well, I don't know what fight can I do, because first thing, I don't have no right here. You see? I'm not supposed to be here. But at the same time, when I'm not supposed to be here, I'm supposed to be alive. You see? Because this is the earth, and Jah created the earth for the inhabitant of man. You see? Not for one individual person, or for one individual tribe, or one individual race. The earth was made for man. Like the flowers, because you don't have one flowers. You don't have one kind of tree. You don't have one kind of fruit. You see? So Jah created the earth of his own likeness and image. That man is the decoration of earth. You have black man, you have white man, you have green man, and you have all kind of man, because the decoration of earth, irrespective of how man want to look at it now. You see? And it's just what's going on, Papa.
So if they continue to ban it, you'll just leave it be and try and get your message across some other way? Or
well, hear me. This is the time now, if they even ban it, it is registered and it will not be banned. I think it must be played on the radio station for even one time before it is banned. And in time it play one time, couple million people will hear it, see? And if it is banned, it won't be me alone, because it's not me alone smoke herb. And I don't talk on behalf of me alone, I talk on behalf of all who smoke herb. So that means all who smoke herb have to come and talk on behalf of I, for it is for their rights and for their protection from police brutality and police hostility, because it's not me alone will be hostilized by police or brutalized, you see. And well, you just said go.
Well, I think legalize is going to be a big hit. I think a lot of people are going to listen to it.
Yeah, man.
And
it will be a big hit because it's a big message. And millions of people smoke herb. And millions of people see that what I am saying is facts, because doctors smoke it, lawyers smoke it. I have facts to prove that. You know, see? And I don't want no one come ask me no question if I have proof that judges smoke it and all that bullshit, because irrespective of where you want to go around, you don't know when the judge sits in his quarters. You know what goes on behind closed doors.
Alright. Now, if it does become a hit, it's gonna,
which it will.
Right. It's going to, I guess, make way for a lot of, your friends, a lot of people,
yes,
other musicians in Jamaica to get hits. Do you feel?
You see, all the years of music, people listening to reggae music, they've been listening to the branches, you see, and you must have more than one branches, but each tree only have one root, see, and the root we're going here now is just the roots of reggae, because for years I've been listening to the branches, and each branch bear, different size of fruit and different quality, but same fruit, and different, some of the fruit them rotten and some spoil and some good, and but the root now when produce what the root must produce, you see.
And now the root is going to be heard here.
Yes, man, international.
So you feel, I guess you see that maybe a lot of people in Jamaica are hoping that we're looking forward to your song being successful, so they can spread that.
Yes, man. Yes, man. Not in Jamaica alone neither, because it's not Jamaica alone, Herb Grow, man.
No.
And I want the world and the lawmakers, because I personally have a book where I bring from America, from High Times, which says that the people, the lawmakers who make the law for smoking, make the law for smoking or make it illegal, their sons sell herb, and for the 44 years that they've been making herb illegal, their sons have been smoking herb all those years, and nothing is wrong with them. And their sons make more money than they make in 1 year. Their sons make 1 year worth of money, they make that in 25 years. See?
Just
and
like in the harder they come.
Yes, man. Them have to just face facts, man. Herb don't kill no one. Cigarette kill many. Rum kill many. Alcohol kill many. You can't count them. Cigarette have never killed none. I mean, herb have never killed none. You know, see? So all them little bullshit have just cut out, man, and just make man live.
So it's like a positive vibration.
Yes, man. Positive.
Okay. In America, like, have you heard any American artists do any reggae yet? Any white, groups that have started, like Eric Clapton?
We hear plenty, but it's not. That is just still the branches of reggae, man. As I show you so well. Then we just feel a thing and like a check it and that nice and music. But reggae go further than that, man. Reggae has roots way down, man. And when you hear the roots, you have to feel it, man. You have to feel the vibration, and you can see it, feel it. And
you must listen to music, other roots music.
Yes,
who do you
man.
listen to? Like,
well, we listen to all, man, like I listen to Harold Melvin and the Blues. I listen to OGs, Richie Havens, any other brother that have message in his music. I listen to them, man, because every message music is roots music. You see.
You listen to For Love of Money, OJs?
Yes, man. That is a dangerous message, man. Yeah, man.
So.
And then my next hit on it too, where I love so much that you call him. How can you call me brother?
By the OJs?
Harold, OJs.
What about like your musical roots? When you were first starting off, when you and Bob and Bunny were first forming the Wailers, like what was like some of the music you were listening to then? What influenced your music?
Well, it's not influenced my music, All my influence come through the inspiration of Jah, see, because it is. You see, the roots music could never be influenced. It has to be an in-man concept, see, and it have to come out of you. But when you listen, you listen to a next man music and you listen to branches, and it sound, it sounds nice, and you know that is music because music is deep within you. But when you're talking about the roots now, you can't listen to you can't get no influence from no one, see, to produce roots. Roots is a thing that spring from out.
From down.
Yes, man, way down, see.
Wow. Can I just check something on the tape recorder? Just want to make sure it's going. Alright, what do you think your career as a solo artist will take you? What do you think you'll be able to do now as a solo artist? What's left for you that you say couldn't do in the Wailers?
Well, the things that is left for me to do, man, is get more message through the divine channels and to expound them myself, because when I get my message, when I get the message, that's only the lyrics of the music. I don't only get the lyrics, I get everything. I get bass line, guitar line, piano line, everything. And my music, if you listen to my music, so well, it's not only 5 instruments playing my music, it's all 16, 17, 20 instruments, different instruments, including percussion. You see, and that is roots music. Reggae now is just one little chicken, and a few little things going on.
The inspiration behind it.
See, but roots reggae now, we're talking more roots reggae. You have to get the inspiration of what the bass line when play. You have to get the inspiration of what the piano when play, what the organ when play, and all them lines. You have to get that inspiration and just spring from inside and say, through the divine inspirator.
A lot of the people you play with on the album, well, you know, see Al Anderson, Barrett's.
Well, all those ideas, all those are my inspiration, not my inspiration, inspiration through me.
Right. These are people who are studio musicians in Jamaica too.
Yes, man.
And you used to be a studio, or you still are a studio musician.
Yes, man, and will ever be.
And what's the studio scene in Jamaica like? A lot of people aren't familiar with what the studio scene is. They haven't seen, say, things like The Harder They Come, which is the only thing people might know in America. Can you describe it? Is it any better than The Harder They Come depicted it?
Yeah, well, right now, it may step up because according to what's going on, our thing going on, inflation, that forces one to step with it. You have to move with inflation, or you'll be left in the back, and crumble by your economy. And when you check a stock, you find a guy, a producer may barely step up with the little monkey fee, but the little step up that he make is bullshit still, but it still encourage the one to do some more work, but that doesn't encourage me because I don't work for them guys anymore. I get my inspiration when me get, man, it's too valuable, it's priceless. And when me get them inspiration, if a guy comes sit down and just with him big belly and him fat neck and him big head and just supervise. Him don't know one bullshit, because one thing with those fucking producers in Jamaica, man, is pure lucky guys. All of them deal with luck. None of them know nothing about music. Them don't know one key on a piano or a guitar. None of them. It's just pure fucking lucky guys. We just come around and just take them bag of money and make one tune. And when they make the one tune hit, and then just rob the artist, tell him bullshit and say, boy, you want to see the tune, and you check the tune and sell England and tune and sell all about, and then just sign over and control the man publishing, say it's him write the tune, and all them little bullshit then. Well, you see, Jamaica is the headquarters. Jamaica was the headquarters of piracy from the days of Columbus, Christopher Columbus, and Marco Polo, and Henry Morgan, and Francis Drake, and all them fucking pirates there. And those are the guys who lay down the laws for us to follow, and those laws are still being there, and people still live up to them, the law there. They may barely adjust them in time goes on, but them still are going on, it's still colonialism, and man get to find out that man cannot live in those man cannot abide by those laws, because even the lawmakers are breaking them, and
even the judges smoking.
Oh, they know that. So they have to just come to one conclusion and give man justice,
So in other words, you think the producers in Jamaica are just people who have money just to make more money?
Yes,
and
man.
They don't care about the message, they don't care about y'all.
Them not care about that blood clot, but you know, through them know so well, there was a time when you couldn't talk about Jah, neither you couldn't sing about Jah, neither could Jah message be played on the radio. See, never you couldn't hear that, and there is the time now when every tune you hear is about Jah. So the stones that the builders refuse are becoming the head cornerstones, after humiliation is power and majesty.
There's a lot of reggae played on Jamaican radio.
Yes, man, many reggaes, man, because Jamaica is the headquarters, man. Headquarters of the world, and Jamaica is the teacher for the world. Yes, man, Jamaica is the college for the world. Out of Jamaica comes wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. Reggae is right now what going on in Jamaica. Everyone, according to what's going on, inflation cause people to start think, and because when a man find himself don't have no money, he have to start think where the next dollar going to come from.
They're gonna get
you see,
for the bill.
and all them thing there. And anytime him start think, irrespective of category where him is and how him budget high, inflation would eat it down to nothing, you know, see. So him have start think and know what's going on. And well, them have to play reggae because reggae is the message who's telling them, so, has been telling them these things from a longer time, and they wouldn't take heed and know that it is manifesting. Them have to play it, you know, see. So that's why reggae is being recognized, because reggae is the message from ancient.
Even if so if they're coming through with the message, and if Manly doesn't like it, does Manly try and stop the message coming through the radio?
Manly love the message, man. That's one thing I know with him, because that's one prime minister where I respect. If no one in Jamaica don't respect him, I do. See? For what? For one reason. Him open the eyes of the people. The little people who are always being taught inferiority about Africa, and teach we about Africa is the dark, desolate and dense continent, and all them bullshit there, and the pure cannibal come from Africa. It's them the thing that me learn in school, you know, see? And when you check black man was born in sin and all them bullshit and shaping iniquity. Well, Michael Manley is a man who come and broke down that, you know, see? And Michael Manley is a man, he's the first prime minister from the days of colonialism to join ties with Africa and negotiate business with Africa, you know, see? And we love that, and see Michael Manley is one of the first man who stand up for a revolutionary movement in Africa, which is the MPLA, you know, see? And we love those things, because irrespective of what people want to say, and I don't think that is no gyo or no fake, you know, see? Because too much people would be watching that fake, you know, see? And I know it's serious business, man, and him couldn't be risking his life to do those things. So that's why I respect Michael Manley, man, and he's a man who come and break down the laws of banning tune and all them things, and illegal ban, because through colonialism and a guy having money and him having authority, all a guy want to have in Jamaica, man, is money, or the world, anywhere you want, anywhere you go, all a man want to have is money. And from him have money, him have everything. Him have the whole town, him buy out a whole town, and him buy out the judge, him buy out the police, him buy out every blood-clad body, you know, see? But I said go.
It just sounds like the harder they come. It's like where guy owned the whole producer owned the whole town.
Yes, man, just buy out the whole thing. And you just sing a little monkey money for doing recording and push him around. Use him, abuse him, and accuse him, and refuse him. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think of on the last Whalers album, using the speech by Haile Selassie by Jah about the song War? What did you think of that?
Who used that speech?
Marley on the last album.
Well, I never even listened to the last album more and so, you know.
Really?
Serious thing, because that last album is the worst album, you know, see? Because the production according to what's going on, man, reggae is being advanced. Reggae, the potential of reggae must step back, it must step up. And according to what's going on, Bob present LP should be better than that, you know, see? I'm not talking about the lyrics or the words or the tune, the lyrics, but the arrangement and the you know, the places with the harmony, sing and all everything, the arrangement for the harmony and the arrangement for the bass line, and you know, some like a commercial arrangement.
Do you think it sounds more American than roots? Maybe?
Yes, man. You know what you're saying, man. You know what you're saying, man.
So
that's why I'm showing you that you never have a tree with more than one root. See?
So all roots music has to come from the same place. Because when listening to your album, I noticed it was rooter. It was it was a harder album.
Yes, man. And the world know that too when them start. Music and branches music. It's two different music, because you can't tell me that this different from Babylon. Different, totally different. And the next one we are going to produce going heavier than this one, and we know that too.
Yeah, because like listening to Burning Spirit didn't sound. If you listen to Burning Spirit, it's like heavy roots music, I guess, and it sounds a lot different than Marley's last album or the earlier ones even.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, man.
So, let me see. So, are you happy with like the way reggae is being presented? You know, all over the world, in this country particularly.
Well, I'm not happy the way reggae is being presented. Reggae, here I know. It's just why, you know, why reggae is being presented that way is because the force that reggae has, you know, see, they get to find out that people are beginning to recognize reggae. If no one wasn't recognizing reggae, reggae would be still in the dump, you know, see, would be still in the rubbish can, and that's the recognition reggae would get. But because of the force and the truth and the life and the light that reggae has, they have to see it because the light is shining bright. And they that have eyes to see must see, and they that have ears to hear must hear. You know, see? Yeah, man.
Now, you signed with Columbia, and Columbia is a big record company compared to, say, Island.
Yes, man. Columbia is the world.
And why did you sign with Columbia as opposed to Island?
Well, right now, was my decision. To me, I think it is the decision of Jah. You see, because it's Jah I put to lead the way, and anything Jah, any conclusion Jah come to is that one I have to come to. You know, see, because when I signed the contract with Columbia, rain fall, and that is a good sign. And rain only fall for that few minutes. See?
So you think it's good that you're glad you signed with Columbia?
Yes, man, because prophecy said that the highest themselves shall establish Johnny, and Columbia is the highest recording company in the world. You see?
Do you think that, well, when Island came to Jamaica, it changed the music industry there, right? Or
when Island came? Island come to Jamaica now, right now. Island control a whole of people, but right now we don't get no benefit from Island. Because if I had get benefit, I would be still with Island, you know, see? And, well, maybe it's for, no maybe, it's for a good and wise purpose, you know, see? Because just say, he work mysterious things, wonders to perform. And this is very mysterious, but the one that is getting the opportunity to, you know, to perform, to send out my record to the people, and the people them know what's going on and know so well. Herb is the creation of the earth. Jah, who created her, created the earth and created man of his own likeness, you know, see? And it's for the use of man. It was no guy going to his chemical lab to invent.
It's natural.
It's natural, you know, see? And anyone fight against it, as I told you, will die 6'6".
Do you think that Columbia is going to do anything like to change things on the island as far as like musicians and, you know, the message is concerned, or? Well,
I think Columbia will do the best, you know, see, because right now they must put according to how this, as if you look at this LP cover, you can see that it's not ordinary, you know, see, and that is showing that they are very much interested, you know, see, and if they, when they do that, it proves to me that they will just do more, you know, see, and that's a great start. So I just watch the work.
So you think they made a commitment to you as far as like your feelings and your whatever you want to get across? You think they made a good commitment to you?
Yes, man. Yes, man.
What are the studios like in Jamaica? Are there any good producers? Any producers that you like working with, or any ones that you could get along with?
Producer. Well, right now in Jamaica, I do my own production. You know, see, and because I have passed through all the producers, and all of them coming like cumulus, Christopher Columbus and Henry Morgan and all of them is just them name that, you know. None of them name have been changed. But it's still not blood clot because it's pure pirate them. All them come to do, just get your work, make a sing and sign up illegal contract. You sign contract from your 15 and sign a contract from 15 years old is illegal because you're underage. And your mother don't know, your father don't know, but you sign contract and you're working and getting all £3 a week and all them fucker there.
They're parasites?
Yes, man, the parasites, parablinds too.
What are your plans as far as you say you're going to put out another album with newer songs on it?
Yes, man.
And are you planning on touring? And when is the album planned for?
Well, this LP released already. This LP released from last week, Monday. Well, I plan to do some tour, early, but I want all of my tours must accomplish before the summer is ended. You know, see, because I don't like winter. I was born where sun hot morning, noon and night. Yeah, man.
So in other words, you'll be touring by the end of the summer.
Yeah, man.
Do you know who you're going to be? Who's your band going to be?
Yes, man. Well, my musician name is there. Some of them will be here. Like Robbie, and I think Tyrone will be there, and Al, and me. You
better be that.
And I go intend getting some more an next keyboard, man. I like use my band, you know, the way the roots reggae now. You can't play roots reggae with one keyboard, man. You have to use all three. Because each man must confine himself to one direct thing, you know, see? And when you hear that coming out, man. Yeah, man.
And your album, when do you think that's going to come out?
The next album?
Yeah.
Well, as soon as this one you blast off, you know, see? Yeah, man.
Let's see. Yeah. Your albums, let me see what else I do. If you could do anything to change the way the companies are bringing reggae to this country or all over the world, what would you do? What do you object to, or are you happy with the way it's been done so far?
Well, right, no, you mean the pirates them who produce Jamaica reggae and bring it to the rest of the world.
Right.
Well,
do you think the musicians are getting enough?
No, man, they're not getting enough. As I already told them, man, it's just piracy, man. Everything we have to rearrange, you know, see? Everything, because them don't have no laws, you know, see? It's just a mere thing going on where a guy give you money and you do a work. You don't have nothing to get after you do that work. You don't know your rights. Because first thing, if you had known your rights, you know what you are to get. You know, see? And until now, I don't know 50% of my rights.
If you don't know your rights, if you know your rights, you don't have to ask for it.
See?
Yeah.
You know, see?
Yours, yeah.
Well, that's the mission I am on, searching to know my rights. And when I know my rights, I go and take them. Because mine. You see? Like, what's that?
Who do you like playing with in Jamaica? If you could make your band, you know, what musicians do you listen to that make reggae now?
Well, all the musician in Jamaica is good musician, but as I told you, most of them is just branches, you know, see?
Not the roots.
Them not the roots. And the branches may sound nice, yes? But when you hear the roots, it's something different and it's nicer, you know, see? But as long as you're on the same tree, the reggae tree, if you are the branch, you can, anytime you hear the roots, you can just come addicted to it and just get right into it because you're off the same tree. And roots can play branches too, and you don't know that is roots. And branches can, but your roots will have to teach the branches the roots. You know, see?
Now, this is something like a lot of people, again, are going to be a tiny bit confused about, but you made it, I've picked up on it at least so far, but a lot of people wondering, you know, I'm white or whatever, you know, and what is this Rastafari, you know, all about? What was the philosophy? How can I listen to music that's telling me about Jah or Rastafari when, you know, I have nothing to do with it? Do you think white people, you know, which is where a lot of your audience might come from in this country?
As I told you, man, just say, he came to his own and his own receive him not. So whosoever will must come, you know, see? And if you listen to the truth, and the truth sounds like the truth to you, and you know it's the truth, make sure that you're doing the truth, because the truth is just the truth. The truth manifests in anyone, whether you're white, pink, blue, black, or green. It's not only black man shall be saved in this judgment, you know. White man shall be saved too. Joe, Indian, and all kind of nations shall be saved, because it's not one man was wrong. Many millions were wrong. And it's just a thing going on whether you're white or black, man. My message is to you, because whether you're a Rasta or you're a rascal, you have to hear that message. And if you accept it to be the truth, well, it is accepted, you know, see. And if you accept it, you will accept yourself, you know, see. And that's how it goes.
So it's just to, what you would then tell everybody is to find the truth and search for your rights. Yes, and man. It doesn't make a difference who you are, what you are.
Yeah, man. You know that, man? Creation. Because the earth is the fullness, the earth is Jah, the fullness thereof. No man not supposed to own no part of the earth, you know, see? And the resources of the earth is for the inhabitants of the earth.
To everyone.
See? No one not supposed to have 90% and one have 10. You know, see? Well, I just said, go, must split up. And every man must have equal access to the resources of the earth, you know, see?
You did a concert recently in Jamaica with the Whalers a short time ago.
Yeah, man. Steve Wonder.
And the big one that was in Kingston.
Yeah, right? Man, that was it. And the one was with Jackson 5 too.
What made you come back to with Bob and Bunny and, you know, the Whalers again?
Well, it's just a thing where the people must spread the rumors, so Whalers mash up, and Whalers don't directly mash up. It's just, well, it seems as if for himself and not the Whalers, you know, see. And we couldn't just stay there and become baggage. You know, see, we got to do something. We get inspiration too. Jah doesn't only work through Bob.
In Jamaica now, and starting to come, I guess, all over the world, so music only, I guess, popular in Jamaica right now called dub. What do you think of dub?
Dub, great, man. We say dub is the creation of the music. Dub is the foundation, and the lyrics is being placed upon it and called a song. You know, see, and when you dance to the dub, man, you dance into the roots of the music, and you just
you become the music.
Yes,
you dance in the really good.
Into the dub, you know, see, and Jamaica, we say Jamaica is the light of the world, man, because no one has ever thought about that. You know, see, it's just an idea that erupted in Jamaica with some wise one. You know, see.
I saw you, Roy, 2 nights ago.
Yeah, man, I saw him too.
At my father's place.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he was there. And he did a dub to legalize it.
Yeah, man.
It was good, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, I didn't know you were there.
Yeah, man.
Did you see Toots this time around?
Yeah, man.
Like them?
And Pioneer. And what them name? Next group, they want to get Diamonds.
They were good.
Yeah,
Need a
man.
roof?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they were really good. So you like dub? I think it's part of the roots.
Yes, man. I must like dub, man. But depends on you have some you know. Dub is a thing where it kind of lead. Dub, you know, dub is a thing that it must be loved and must be liked. But at the same time, don't only listen to the dub, because dancing to the dub is like that is a fool. Dancing to this destruction. Because on top of that, dub is a message that says something that can wake up your mentality. And you was only dancing to the dub. You have plenty of people who dance to dub and don't listen what the words say. You know, see? And it can be a light, a lamp unto his feet, you know, see?
Yeah. What do you think of Big U?
Well, he's a great message, brother, man. I regard our brother that send message. Anyone, irrespective of who you are, whether you're white, pink, black, or green, as you feel oppression and send the message, man, and start wake up someone's mentality. Me think very much of you, you know, see. Well, Big Youth is a great brother, man. Me love that. It's me hygiene, direct hygiene, we still and smoke herb and all them things and reason together and, you know,
Yeah.
exchange ideas and things and, you know.
I know, like, we've done a lot of shows in the past dealing with trying to explain to people a little bit about reggae, you know, where it comes from, and the whole scene, what it's like, and who some of the people in it are, talking about Rastafari, and talking about ganja, talking about a lot of things related to it. And I hope I didn't lose this one.
Well, you see.
And we've been trying to, like, enlighten people about this. I know the response that we've gotten, a lot of people say, I really dig reggae. It's really good dancing music. It's good body music. I can feel with it. And a lot of people call up and say, we really like it. I really like the message behind it. I like the words. Like, you know, I'm listening to the words again for the last, 5 years.
Yeah,
there's been no message for me to listen to. I finally found, like, a message in the music.
Yes, man.
And how do you feel, like, where do you think the American people are going to react? Do you think they'll do both? Do you think do one? Or, do you think they'll get into the whole of the music, both the body and the soul?
Yes,
and the
man,
word?
they will eventually get into that. But, you couldn't, the people with the music, this music, reggae music is not a music where, if it wasn't a music that you were born in, see, and you will just, you won't find yourself just come love it so, unless you're a man who deal with their awakening, you're on the awakening side. And he's a man who study go through all medias to find out where people lies and know where people dwell and different type of people, see. But it's just a whole heap of thing going on where there's the soon recognizing everyone soon come about to the whole body and soul of reggae. But the listeners, like as I already told you, that the people, you have some people listen to the dub and don't listen to the message, see. And some listen to the message and don't listen, and some listen to the message and the dub, because anything you listen to the message, you're going to listen to the message and the music, see. But anything you listen to the dub is just a dub alone. And anything you start listening to the dub and start get into what's going on and find your foot moving, you're going to find your mind will begin to respond the same way your foot start moving.
And you can feel the music,
yes,
you can
man.
think about the music,
yes,
you can understand it.
So what would this music be saying? You must say that to yourself and you start listening now. So irrespective of, they that have ears to hear must hear, man.
It's a beautiful music.
Yes, man. Very, very beautiful.
If you had to look back on the work you did with the Whalers, what do you think some of the best work you did is? What are you happy with?
Well, you want to see, I'm happy with all the work that I have performed, see. But at the same time, at the same time, I didn't get to perform it to my full, the way I wanted to, because I was always going like bird. I wasn't saying anything. But no, just the right time to say, you see. Because what I have to say is a whole lot. You know, sometimes I say some and I sing some, you see.
What did you think of Bunny's Rastaman?
Great LP, man. Message, you know, is who feels it knows it, man. And that message is just the same message. You know, whether as I already told you, that is the root, and the root produce all different kind of branches, you know, see, and it come from the root way down there, and it's the people who feel it, because Bunny is a brother like I who go through great tribulation, you know, see, great tribulation. So, and he writes, and he sings, and he gets inspiration. So you could just get them and just sit down on them, and know he wouldn't do that. And I don't think or feel I know this LP we're going to put out. It's great LP.
I've only heard the single, and I began to listen to the dub first, more than the real side. And it wasn't until I really got into the dub that I began to listen to the other side.
Yes, man, that's why I told you, man.
I just realized that, you know, like, it took most songs, like, I could listen to the first side and then listen to the dub.
Yes,
but that song, the dub took me over, and then the words,
The dub is the hypnotic part.
Yeah.
You see?
And then I would get, smoke a little herb and then turn it over.
Yes,
and
man. Well, that is the message. You can't listen reggae unless you smoke herb. You see? Because herb is what opens the channels to what's going on behind there. There's a closed channel in music that if herb don't open it, you don't know what's going on, man. You know, see?
Could you, like, when we interview people, we like to ask them every now and then to just, like, for the radio stations, they have to identify themselves. They have to tell them who they are and where they are.
See.
And we like to ask, like, some of the people that we interview to do it, and then we just keep it on tape and we play it every now and then. Would you want to do that?
Yes, man, I mean.
Oh, great. Let me set it up.
Well, this is Peter Tosh telling you that WHRWFM is Binghamton, New York. It's the voice of the people. It's a great radio station, and I hope you will all listen to this station. It's a great message station, and I hope all of you listening help me to fight that herb is legalized.
And a short one, if you could just do it, another short one. Just say WHRWFM Binghamton, legalize it.
WHRWFM Binghamton, New York, legalize it.
Okay, with your name.
Peter Tosh.
Okay. And just in case, one last time, so we'll have it short one again.
Yeah.
With your just give your name, legalize it, and that'll be it.
WHRWFM Binghamton, New York. Peter Tosh, legalize it.
Do you have a lot of interviews planned? Like, what are you planning on doing as far as, like, I imagine in Jamaica you never had to go on tour to promote your stuff, or you never had to do all that many interviews and stuff like you were with your people to get the music across. How do you feel about suddenly being thrown into this whole, you know, you have to go on tour, you have to do interviews and stuff?
Well, you see, I am a man who is always expected the unexpected, you see. So, I know this is the hurt. And the hardest thing can happen to man is to die. And I don't come here to die, you see. So that means, say, anything that happened on the earth, man, I know that it was expected, and I always expect the unexpected. And I was prepared because I know that I am a singer, I get inspiration, and the works and the message have to be spread. And these are the media, you know, and I know the rules and regulations. But in my way of doing this thing now, I come to do it a different kind of way. I come to break down the barriers and, you know, do it, you know, free form, you know, international, and no more colonial administration atmosphere around you, you know, see? You know, free form, freedom of speech, freedom of movement. Yes, man.
gonna be hard, but
yes, I know it's going to be hard, but it's been hard for a long time. 400 years I've been fighting this fight.
Is that the song? 400 years.
400 years.
I really appreciate this interview,
yes,
and
man.
we'll put it together in the show and use it. Yeah.
Well, I really appreciated being interviewed by WHRWC FM.
Okay. Thanks.